that you didn't need, but you wanted me. Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my glance. Bring me back to life.
Hey guys, Jody here. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of that PC porn I just showed off. I know I do a lot of videos on my PC, but I figured when I first started doing them, if anyone was interested, I'd keep doing it so they could follow along. Some time passed since my first video, and if you watched my apartment tour, you probably saw my PC at some point. What you're seeing now is just my setup. I didn't want to get into my apartment, but things have changed, but my bedroom is still a mess. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about getting started on streaming and such, and recording if you're interested, because that's what my PC is primarily for. Now, I didn't break the bank on my PC at all. As a matter of fact, I'm super hyped even now about the price to performance ratio of my PC. And I'll tell you why here in a second. So sit back and listen to me talk and check out this random gameplay in the background I threw together, because we are going to go through my PC and do a breakdown so you can have something like it one day if you wanted to get started on streaming as well. So first, let's talk about how much you want to spend on a streaming and gaming PC. Let me emphasize on that first, streaming and gaming. If you just stream and you stream things like art or musical stuff, then you don't need this power hungry of a computer. Typically a good CPU will do you just fine, followed by a good webcam or camera and good lighting. But for game streaming and recording, you need the power to handle not only the game, but the live streaming as well. This can be power hungry for any computer. So if you have some money saved up and you don't know what to do with it, then let me see if I can try to help you out a little. So first, let's talk about your motherboard and your CPU. When choosing a CPU and motherboard, you typically don't really need to be picky. You just want to make sure that the features on the motherboard are features for things that you want to use. Like maybe an M.2 slot for an M.2 SSD, or extra SATA ports if you need a lot of drives and storage. High-end motherboards have all kinds of features, while typically lower-end boards lack something. Another thing to note is if you are just going Intel and you have a K-series CPU, make sure you get a Z-SKU motherboard or something that supports overclocking by default. Otherwise, if you don't plan to overclock, in my opinion, it's typically a better idea just to get a non-K CPU. Your CPU is your prime source for streaming. Nowadays, most modern CPUs come equipped with multiple cores depending on what you choose. As of right now, AMD is the best price to performance CPUs around. Intel has better performance, sure, but it's costly. So if you're on a budget, I recommend going AMD. My PC handles streaming very well. I have a 5820K, it's an i7, overclocked to 4.2 GHz. I got 32 gigs of Trident ZRGB at 3200 MHz, a Be Quiet cooler, and an EVGA GTX 1080 Ti superclocked Black Edition card. These are the main things you want to worry about when streaming. I'll list my full specs here right now if you want to see them. Now, while my CPU is good for streaming, yes, I wouldn't recommend you get it. It's old and shows its age sometimes. I got mine and my motherboard for free, so I'm kind of just using them till they die out. As for the GPU, well, it really depends what resolution you play at and want to stream at. Pretty much no one's going to stream at 1440p. The logical resolution to start at is 720p. A 1070 or equivalent should handle this fine, but let me recommend a GPU for you instead of RTX cards. I recommend the 1080 Ti. I picked up my card for $500 and it's equal in performance to the 2080, which is more expensive. sure it doesn't officially support RTX, but who cares right now? This card also allows me to stream at 1080p with no problem at all. As for RAM, 16 gigabytes of high quality name brand RAM should do you fine. I also wouldn't cheap out on your power supply either. You never want to do that. I know a lot of people are nervous about getting into the PC scene and streaming and everything, but it's not that hard. You can easily have a setup for $1,000 capable of streaming. When you grow a fan base and you decide you want more quality and performance, you can always upgrade. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I can help you out. Thanks for checking in. Stay safe during the quarantine and have a lovely day. And if you ever want to check out my stream, there's a link to it in the description. It's twitch.tv/JodyBoyYT. I would love it if you'd stop by, maybe drop a sub, follow me, and turn notifications on. And if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe. I post a lot of stuff like this and try to post some funny content as well if I ever have it. I hope you guys do really well. I hope I can help you get a PC that you want. Just try to take note of the things I said. My PC's not perfect. No one's is. It's just the way they are. But I love my PC. And I love what it's capable of. You guys have a good day or night, whatever time it is where you're watching this. Like I said, stay safe during the quarantine and take care. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.